spread of coronavirus is also spreading misinformation online. That's why our Verify team is working around the clock to bring you facts. Our Jason Puckett has the biggest claims from this past week.
Part of focusing on facts, not fear, is finding the truth about the viral claims and rumors you're finding online. Did you see this photo on social media? A swab way back in a model's sinuses. Post claim it's showing how COVID-19 tests are done. Is that true? Does a COVID-19 test swab way back into your sinuses? Well, we reverse image searched and then checked with the CDC and UC Davis Health. It is a real photo from UC Davis, and it shows a nasopharyngeal swab test. Here's a quick CDC video.
Collecting a nasopharyngeal swab clinical specimen. Swab specimens should be obtained from the posterior nasopharynx. Throat swabs and anterior nasal swabs have unacceptably low rates of recovery.
Yep, it's uncomfortable, but it's real. It's also the primary method being used to test for COVID-19 right now. Photo verified. Next, let's look at a few claims in a viral video with more than 2 million views.
They've been taking it down. Just a little information for y'all.
In the video, Dr. Kenji Ehrlich, a chiropractor in LA, makes multiple false claims. One,
just being in the sun can kill it.
False. Sunlight is a source of UV radiation, and some hospitals use really powerful UV lights to sanitize equipment, but the WHO says UV strong enough to actually destroy the virus would also destroy your skin. Another claim Dr. Ehrlich talks about, that patents prove the government has known about the virus for years.
Then I looked a little further, and there is a patent on it. It's patent US 200-625-7852, and it's called Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome, coronavirus. That was applied for in 2006.
We actually debunked this claim in January. The patents are real, but they aren't for this virus strain. Remember, coronavirus is a family name. The virus causing COVID-19 right now is a type of coronavirus, so were SARS, MERS, and these other viruses. After past viruses, researchers and companies filed patents for testing and vaccines for them. Key point here, none of them deal with this current strain. So this video wasn't taken down like the Facebook post claims, but it was flagged on Instagram for containing misinformation. Finally, a claim all over social media that President Trump sent about 18 tons of medical supplies to China. Is that true? Yes. Almost 2 months ago, on February 7th, the State Department announced they were transporting 17.8 tons of medical supplies to the Chinese people. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo tweeted the materials being loaded. So yes, per the United States Department of State, the claim that the U.S. sent about 18 tons of medical supplies to China is verified. Important note, not all 18 tons were personal protective equipment or PPE. The releases showed they included masks, gowns, gauze, respirators, and quote, other vital materials. And the releases indicate that the supplies came from private donations, not from the U.S. stockpile. Folks, we've covered several other claims online to help you share facts, not fears, with your friends and family. And if you're seeing more things out there you'd like us to take a look at, send us an email. With your Verify, I'm Jason Puckett.
Jason, thank you kindly, sir. And have you seen a rumor about the coronavirus you want us to look into? Email your questions to verify@khou.com. And you can also reach out to us on Facebook and Twitter.